Mexico City, a sprawling metropolis of over 20 million people, is not only a hub of culture, history, and vibrant life, but it's also a place where food is a language in itself. As a city known for its street food culture, there's one dish that stands out above all others: the taco. Whether it's the crispy, golden tacos al pastor, tender carnitas, or the unbeatable fish tacos, Mexico City has made a name for itself as the taco capital of the world. But as someone who had never tasted tacos in their native homeland, the question on my mind was, is it really worth the hype? Here's my experience diving into Mexico City's taco scene, exploring its flavors, textures, and atmosphere, and determining whether these tacos lived up to their legendary reputation. The taco culture in Mexico City. Before jumping into the food itself, let's first appreciate the depth of Mexico City's taco culture. Tacos are an integral part of the city's fabric. They're not just food, they're a way of life. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, tacos are enjoyed at all times of the day, from humble street corners to bustling taquerías, and they vary from region to region. Here in Mexico City, the sheer variety of tacos available, combined with the dedication of taco vendors and the city's long-standing taco traditions, makes this place a mecca for taco lovers. First stop, Tacos al Pastor, the icon of Mexico City. I started my taco journey with perhaps the most iconic of all Mexican tacos, tacos al pastor. These are the tacos that locals often associate with Mexico City, and for good reason. The pork is marinated with a mix of chilies, spices, and pineapple, then roasted on a vertical spit similar to shawarma. As the meat cooks, the vendor shaves off thin slices of pork, which are then tucked into soft corn tortillas and topped with cilantro, onions, and a squeeze of lime. The moment I took my first bite, I understood why these tacos are so beloved. The pork was tender and flavorful, with a slight char from the vertical spit. The sweetness from the pineapple was a perfect contrast to the savory meat, and the fresh cilantro and onions added just the right amount of brightness. The salsa, a smoky, spicy concoction, gave it an extra kick without overwhelming the flavors. Was it worth it? Absolutely. The balance of flavors and textures was unmatched, and I felt like I had entered a whole new world of taco bliss. Second stop, Tacos de Carnitas, a pork lover's dream. Next, I ventured to a bustling carnitas joint, a popular choice for those who crave tender, slow-cooked pork. Carnitas are made by slowly simmering pork until it becomes melt-in-your-mouth tender. The meat is then shredded and served in tacos with a simple topping of cilantro, onions, and a dollop of salsa. The tacos were served with a side of consommé, a rich, flavorful broth made from the pork's cooking liquid. Dipping the taco in the consommé before each bite was an experience of pure indulgence. The carnitas were juicy and flavorful, with the slightest crispy bits of pork adding texture and contrast to the soft, flavorful meat. Was it worth it? Without a doubt. The tacos de carnitas were a hearty, flavorful delight that left me craving more. If you're a fan of tender, savory meat, this taco is a must-try. Third stop, Tacos de Suadero, an authentic, lesser-known choice. Suadero is a cut of beef that is thinly sliced and cooked on a flat grill, often alongside other meats like tripas, intestines, or longaniza. Mexican sausage. It's a bit of a hidden gem in the taco world, as it's not as widely known outside of Mexico, but it's a favorite among locals. The tacos de Suadero I tried were served with a few simple toppings: fresh onions, cilantro, and a squeeze of lime. The beef was incredibly tender, with a distinct savory flavor that stood out from other beef cuts I've tried. The grilling process imparted a slight smokiness, and the crispy edges of the beef added a delightful crunch. It wasn't too fatty, making it feel like a cleaner, fresher option compared to other cuts of meat. Was it worth it? Yes, absolutely. The tacos de Suadero were deliciously satisfying, and I was amazed at how much flavor could come from such a simple preparation. Fourth stop, Tacos de Bistec, a steak lover's delight. Having tried carnitas and Suadero, I couldn't leave Mexico City without diving into the world of tacos de Bistec, a taco made with thinly sliced steak, often grilled or sautéed with onions. In a city that celebrates beef, these tacos are a staple, offering that perfect balance of a juicy, tender steak wrapped in a soft corn tortilla. The Bistec tacos I tried were served with a generous portion of grilled onions, a touch of salsa, and a squeeze of lime. The steak was juicy and flavorful, with a slight char on the outside, giving it that satisfying grilled taste. It paired perfectly with the onions and the tangy salsa. Each bite was a reminder of how something as simple as grilled steak can elevate the taco experience. Was it worth it? Absolutely. These tacos brought out a classic steak flavor with all the juicy goodness you expect from a great taco. It's an excellent choice for those who prefer beef over pork or chicken. Fifth stop, tacos de pescado, fish tacos with a twist. While tacos in Mexico City are largely dominated by meats like pork and beef, tacos de pescado, fish tacos, offer a refreshing, lighter option. I visited a coastal-themed taqueria where the tacos de pescado were prepared with battered fish fillets, often fried to a golden crisp and topped with cabbage slaw, a creamy sauce, and a squeeze of lime. The fish was tender and flaky inside, with a crispy, crunchy exterior. The slaw added a nice crunch and a bit of tang, and the creamy sauce gave the taco a velvety smoothness. With the lime's acidity, the whole taco came together in a perfect balance of flavors. Was it worth it? Definitely. If you're looking for something fresh and light yet still bursting with flavor, fish tacos are a must-try. They're a refreshing alternative to the more traditional meat options and showcase a different side of Mexican street food. Sixth stop, tacos de tripa, a bold choice for the adventurous. For the adventurous eater, tacos de tripa, beef intestines, are a beloved street food. Tripas can be a controversial choice, but for those who enjoy offal, they offer an unforgettable experience. The intestines are clean, boiled, and grilled until crispy, giving them a unique texture that's both tender and slightly chewy. They're often served with simple toppings like cilantro, onions, and salsa. The tacos de tripa I tried had a complex, savory flavor that paired beautifully with the fresh salsa and cilantro. The crispy edges of the tripa gave the taco an added crunch, and despite its initially intimidating appearance, it was surprisingly delicious. Was it worth it? Yes, if you're open to trying new things. Tacos de tripa are a true testament to Mexico's diverse taco culture and are a favorite for those who love bold flavors. Final verdict, was it worth it? After trying a variety of tacos in Mexico City, my conclusion is simple. Yes, it was absolutely worth it. The tacos in Mexico City were beyond my expectations. They were bursting with flavor, expertly crafted, and full of authenticity. Each taco tells a story of Mexico's deep culinary traditions, and every bite feels like an adventure. The variety, from the smoky, sweet tacos al pastor to the tender, melt-in-your-mouth carnitas and the adventurous tripas, showcases the diversity of Mexican street food. Not only do the tacos represent the flavors of the region, but they also carry with them the love, care, and dedication of the taco vendors who make each taco with passion. The verdict, was it worth it? After sampling a variety of tacos from different corners of Mexico City, my answer is simple. Yes, it was absolutely worth it. Every taco was an exploration of different textures, flavors, and cooking techniques that showcase the depth of Mexico's taco culture. From the smoky richness of tacos al pastor to the tender, slow-cooked perfection of barbacoa, each taco was a delicious journey. What stood out to me the most was the pride that taco vendors take in their craft. Whether it's the meticulous way the meat is cooked or the precision with which the salsas are made, you can tell that tacos are more than just food in Mexico City. They are an art form. If you're traveling to Mexico City, eating tacos is not just a recommendation. It's a must-do experience. The street food culture here is vibrant, and the variety of flavors will have you craving more. So, was it worth it? Definitely. If you haven't tried tacos in Mexico City, you're missing out on one of the best culinary experiences in the world.